Good evening, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Um, I've been finding it rather disturbing that on social media platforms such as X or YouTube and some TikTok and Instagram social medias, how Democrats and have been sitting there um, making death threats to Elon Musk and Donald Trump and his administration. And if you take a look back, when Trump lost 2020 election, you didn't see any conservative or Republican people doing any of that. You didn't see them vandalizing businesses or other people's properties or making threats to kill people who were Biden supporters. However, when the Democrats got a hold of the White House, if anybody so much as spoke the truth, why they were going after us for, quote, misinformation. They were going after parents, classifying parents that were concerned about what was being taught to their kids in schools and labeling them as terrorists, domestic terrorists at that. They were labeling people who believe in God or read the Bible or prayed as terrorists. They were literally arresting people for praying in public. The Democratic Party used to not stand for socialist, Marxist, and communist ideology. It used to not be for woke ideology. They used to represent the blue collar workers. I was a Democrat from the time I was 18 until Obama ran for his second term. When Obama ran for his second term, I stopped voting because I quickly saw that our votes really didn't count. And I was disgusted with the Democratic Party. And at that time, I didn't know how to go about switching from Democrat to Republican. And I'm conservative, but I'm moderately conservative. I'm not closed minded, I'm an open minded human being. I don't threaten people just because I disagree with their opinion. I'm one of those people that will agree to disagree with you. Your opinion's right for you, mine's right for me. You're not going to agree all the time with everybody. But what these Democrats are doing and destroying property of Tesla for making death threats against Elon and Trump, those are your domestic terrorists. Whether it's a politician at the federal, state, or local level, or if it's just everyday average citizens, they all need to be put on the terror watch list and listed as domestic terrorists. See, the Democratic people right now are pissed off because Elon and Trump have exposed the truth. How the government, these rhinos, which are Republicans that think like Democrats, and the Democratic Party have been stealing money from the everyday average taxpayers like you and me. small business people, large corporations. I mean, they're stealing money left and right. And then to find out that the USAID has been going to also fund terrorist programs. I don't want I want them to shut USAID down, period, because it's not benefiting our country. None of those programs benefit us. And you can't prove to me otherwise. And as far as I'm concerned, anyone holding an elected office at the state, local, or federal level that condones this, that is calling for violence, they should be stripped of their seats, stripped of their citizenship, and given a choice of what country they want to be deported to. Because your American people who voted for Trump because they got tired of the woke BS, the policies, the rights being stripped away from us, the Constitution being obliterated, going after Christians and conservatives and parents and all this, and mutilating our kids, turning little girls into little boys and little boys into little girls, and saying it's okay for a man who transitioned into a woman to compete in girls' sports or women's sports and vice versa. We as Americans who voted for Trump will not tolerate that. Those kind of people have no place in this country because those kind of people are blatantly saying with their actions, because actions speak louder than words. They hate America. They hate this country. And all these people coming in through our borders, they weren't being vetted. We had all these people from Iran, Iraq, China, all these other people coming in here that were outright terrorists, that were criminals. We lost young women who had a brilliant future that were in college, and even young children in junior high and high school and grade school that were being killed by these people. We have these people sex trafficking and killing people with their fentanyl and these violent gangs. No. America has been tired of it. We want America back. We want America to be a respected superpower. And if you look back in history, for all y'all who are crying and pissing over tariffs, when this country was founded, they used tariffs. That's what got our country to be extremely wealthy. And Trump is using tariffs with Canada and Mexico and other countries. He's using it right now as a bargaining tool. But I'm willing to pay higher prices for certain items in the store if that means that's money for this country to become wealthy again. Because under the policies we've had before Trump took over this time, our companies, manufacturing companies, left the states because they were being taxed to high heaven. And they couldn't pay their workers fairly and offer them good benefits. So they up and moved to another country where they could get cheaper labor. Now we have companies investing and coming back here. That's going to create more jobs for people. You expected the minute he took office overnight like that, boom, everything's magically just going to go and become great again. You people don't realize it takes time. We didn't get like this in this shithole position overnight. So stop your whining, stop your bitching, stop your moaning. Because the laws of the universe is God's laws. And what you think, what you say, and what you do with your actions, be it positive or negative, is what you're going to get back. Stop worrying about what you don't have and be grateful for what you do have. There's been many times, like when my mom and I first moved here, we were homeless a couple of times. Finally got off the streets and were off the streets until she passed away. And then when I got married to my husband, there were times he got laid off or his temp workers didn't have work. So we ended up homeless a couple of times, but we're off the streets. I'm grateful, thankful, and appreciative right now I have a roof over my head and food in my stomach. Although it might not last me a whole month like it used to before Biden turned the economy to shit. But I'm grateful. My neighbors and I take turns looking out for each other and we share food with each other. Thank God for what you have and stop worrying about what you don't have. The economy right now and everything that Trump is working on, that he made promises on, that he's kept, and he's the only politician in history out of all the presidents we've ever had who made campaign promises and kept them. See, when Trump came to office the first time, he really didn't know Washington and how people will stab you in the back. But since his first term, he learned real quick. And he's doing a damn good job, I must say. I don't agree with everything he says, but I'm going to give this man a chance, as we all should. Those of us who voted for Trump in 2020 for his reelection, we gave Biden 4 years, and what did he do? He fucked up this country, let in everybody and his damn dog from everywhere in the world, terrorists and all, into our country, so that Democrats could have the power grab and hold on to power forever. If Trump hadn't won this time, we would be just like Russia. We'd be living in a communist, socialist society, or more like China, with a social credit score. Oh, well, you didn't agree with us on transgender policy, so you don't get your retirement check, you don't get your VA check, you don't get your SSI or your SSDI. We're going to lock you out of your bank account. We're not going to let you have your food stamps or your medical. Fuck you. That's the kind of world we'd be living in right now with them. I don't want to live in that kind of world. I want to live in a world where I am free. free to speak, free to pray in public, free to read the Bible, free to believe in God, to speak about God. After all, I am a licensed ordained minister through Universal Life Church. But I don't want somebody coming here illegally. I am all for somebody wanting to come here for a better life. But do it the right way. Come in legally. Do your paperwork for asylum or whatever. Take the citizenship classes. Just like Elon Musk did. And he became a citizen in 2002. If you do it the right way, fine. I'm all for it. But don't come here illegally. This country cannot financially support illegals. And these Democrats who want that, how about you Congress people, men and women, and you Democratic judges that are blocking Trump? How about you take these motherfuckers into your house? You house them in your homes. You financially support them with your paycheck. How about that? But I call for an impeachment of all these judges that keep blocking Trump. I call for an outright impeachment of every single one of them. And for all of these celebrities who threaten to leave the country because Trump's in office, bye. You want to leave? Fine. Sever your citizenship with this country and go apply somewhere else for your citizenship. And don't you never come back in this country. And that's exactly how I feel. I don't tolerate people who hate America, who hate this country, who hate Americans, who hate family values, who hate Christians, who support violence. There's a difference between a peaceful protest where you're chanting and holding your signs up saying that you're against transgender policies. What I am against is people who are out there protesting and threatening to take people's lives because they simply don't like Trump or Elon. Trump and Elon are wealthy beyond, I mean, they're up there with Warren Buffett wealthy. And they're not stealing from us. In fact, Elon is working at Doge without pay. So is Trump. They both said they don't want the money. They have their own. But those of you who are saying that stuff, you're outright lying. And all I can say is, may God have mercy on your souls, because I won't. I'm a hardcore patriot. I love this country. I love the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And even though I have really bad osteoarthritis, and even though I have 30 plus health conditions, 3 of which are fatal to me, and I could go at any time, I will stand up and I will fight if that means I got to take up arms to do so and fight if an all out civil war happens, so be it. If a civil war happens, you damn right I'm going to take up arms and fight. I'm a patriot. But I'm not going to sit here and threaten to kill any any sitting Democrat like Jasmine Crockett or AOC or Bernie Sanders or um, Ilhan Omar, which I think Ilhan Omar is really, really sick and makes me want to vomit by committing incest and in marrying her brother so they could get citizenship here. That turns my stomach. Just as much as having these transgender adults shaking their asses in front of children in school with their junk hanging out. Platforms like YouTube and whatever can try to silence me, but I will never be silenced. I will always find a way to get my messages out and not give two shits. To me, I'm thinking YouTube is on the side of the Democrats where they're socialists, communists, and Marxists. Really, with the way they're censoring content creators' videos. And now they keep telling me, ooh, you violated the terms of posting your content. Yeah. Oh, I've gotten emails from them regarding that. Go ahead, YouTube. I have other platforms that I can go to post my videos. I don't have to use your platform to upload my videos. I really don't. So, but I've seen what they've done to some of the content creators, um, like Average Man Unplugged, um, good friend of mine, YouTuber that I met up with here in Vegas, Scroll Tribe, and her husband Kevin 24/7, and other good content creators like them. I've watched how YouTube's done them, and YouTube has done them real dirty because they don't want people like us to speak the truth and put the truth out there. But this is freedom of speech. This is what it looks like. So do whatever you want, do whatever you will. But I will always find a way to get my message out. And all I ask is for those of you who are concerned and whining, bitching, moaning, crying about what's going on, all I ask is for you to be patient, give Trump a chance to get certain things done so that we have manufacturing jobs come back to this country and get the economy going really, really good. Be patient, Give him a chance. I'm just as concerned and stressed out about the economy, cost of living, expenses, etc., just like the rest of you. And I'm on SSDI. And for another thing, I don't get no donations. I get no pay. I'm not even monetized when I upload these YouTube videos. So I make nothing from this. I do it because I have things I need to say. I use this as an outlet to get my message out. Okay? Just so we're straight and clear on things. But I wish you all the best. I say God bless. I wish you health and peace and love. And I wish you all a good evening. And remember this. Yesterday is the past. That's gone. Today is the present. That's God's gift to you. And tomorrow is never promised because you never know when you lay your head down to go to sleep whether or not God's going to call you home. So cherish every moment that you have. When you wake up each day, that's another gift that God gave you. Be grateful and appreciate it. Love and cherish and spend the time with your family, your friends, and your loved ones. God bless. Have a great evening.